All right, folks. Bear with me 1 second. We're a little late this morning. I apologize. Donuts. I had to wait till the donuts were done because I've got. I don't know. I'll think about it as soon as I get on the road here. Hold on a second. Let me get my. We got a lot of donuts going out today. A lot. Come on. See if this works right. Come on. Yeah, What a Day has like 300. I got over 300 donuts in the van right now. Like 350. It's crazy. All right, hold on. Connection. Let's go. Come on. Do your thing, man. I do not understand. My one phone is not picking up the text to speech like it's supposed to. So we're going back to the old. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I understand that. All right, guys. Sorry, just making sure I got everything I need before I get out of here because I got to get to What a Day by 7 o'clock. I think I can do the other two. We got to get Lenny's and Gourmet Girls done, and then we got to get over there by 7. Because what's happening is they've ordered like, I don't know how many dozen donuts I've got in the van. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got like 15 dozen donuts or something in the van. I don't know, it's some crazy number. Look at that sky. That sky's pretty amazing. All right, Monday morning. Let's pretend like we just started. Hey, it's Monday morning here in Hampstead, Maryland. It's 43 degrees. Skies are partly cloudy, but we're going to have a totally sunny day today. It's going to be very sunny. Highs in the 70s. It's like my childhood. We've got all 3 restaurants today. So we've got Lenny's, Gourmet Girls, and What a Day. Lenny's has a pretty normal delivery. Gourmet Girls is pretty normal. What a Day has a fairly large delivery for the restaurant, but then we've got a couple of schools. There must be something going on with the schools in Carroll County. I don't know what they're celebrating, but we have 3 different places that are getting like dozens of donuts each. So I've got all that boxed up. So I have a van full of donuts. I've got more than $1,000. It's a lot. So I am starting out a little bit later than usual. I'm about 15 minutes late leaving. I'm just trying to figure out this in my head because I have to be at What a Day by 7 o'clock. And normally I get there by 6:30, so I think we're safe. We got probably about a 15-minute cushion, as long as we don't run into any traffic or anything. If we run into traffic, what's causing the sudden surge? I just looked. I should have done. Mookie, I think that's you. I saw something pop up in my upper left-hand peripheral vision. Oh, you know what? It's not talking to me because the volume's not on this phone. Hang on, guys. My text-to-speech isn't working right, but I do not have time to stop. I can't stop. Can't stop. I see that you're talking, so let me see if I can figure out what's going on with this. You know what? I'm probably not paired. I think if you talk, I'll hear you, but it might not go on the speaker. I gotta drive carefully. Got a bunch of boxes in the back. Operate. No, not yet. Just look.
He says don't stop. You are under a time crunch.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop, but I'm going to make this work. The phone, basically, I don't know why, but Rosie is not, the text-to-speech is not working on my new phone. So I keep going back, like I turn it on, but it's not connecting. Later in the day it does. I don't know what's going on with that, but anyway. So we're on the original phone for that. So I can hear it now, but it's not on the speaker. Because she's not connected, she's not paired to that speaker. Let's see something.
C says you need to hire an IT consultant.
There we go. Gotcha. She's working now. Yeah, I just have to. There we go. Back on the speaker. Everything is normal now. Everything's normal. Well, it's not normal, but it will appear normal. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the occasion is. Some kind of school thing. Like, is it Teacher Appreciation Week? I don't know. Something like that. Speaking of technology, so I was having a conversation with AI on the way up to the bakery because I was trying to figure out, I'm still curious about how fast that car was going on 795 that one day when we got passed by the car. It's that short. And very few people commented on my short. Like, they didn't give me, I thought some people would come in and say, I think New York gal did say she thought it was 85 miles an hour.
Says I was actually hoping for better than normal, but I will take what I can get.
But, so I was asking AI, how could I calculate the speed? I'll let people go ahead. How could I calculate? I said I was going 65 miles an hour. The car passed me, and within a second, it was about 100 feet ahead of me. I thought that sounds about right. I mean, if you watch the short, all of the video that I have on the live stream and on the short, it's all real speed. I didn't alter the speed of the footage. So, what AI told me was, if the car was going, it passed me and it was 100 feet ahead of me within a second, which is I think that's probably about right. It can't be right though, because AI came back and said that meant the car was going 113 miles an hour. I think that car was going close to 100 miles an hour though. I really do. I mean, a second is longer than you think, And 100 feet is only a third of a football field, right? Right. So my car was definitely a third of a football field ahead of me within about a second. I mean, AI came back with this whole calculation. First, it calculated how many feet per second I was going if I was going 65 miles an hour. And I think I might have been going a little higher than that, but that's just being conservative. So it figured out how many feet I was going per hour, and then like at 100 feet, it did this whole calculation. It's like 5 steps to figure out how fast the car was going.
Team C says, did you include a train traveling west at 40 miles per hour?
No, I did not. Although you would think that was part of her calculation when she came back. Oh my goodness. Or he. Actually, I think my chat GPT is a guy. But I feel pretty confident that the car was going about 100 miles an hour.
Team C says, you just did not want to tell the AI that you were speeding.
Well, 65, I think the speed limit there is 60. So I figured 65 was acceptable. Plus, I think I was between 65 and 70. Somewhere in there. I mean, I wasn't going crazy fast, but that car was.
Team C says, I was thinking 80 to 85 at least.
Yeah, originally that was my thought, and that's what NY Gal I think said 85. But so I was surprised that the AI calculation was over 100. I mean, maybe assuming it was going 100 feet per second faster than me, maybe that's higher. Maybe it was only 50 feet, maybe. I don't know. Like, how long is a car? A car is like, oh, well, no, you know what? A tractor trailer. A tractor trailer is 53 feet long, right? The trailer part of it. So 2 tractor trailers, yeah. It's about 2 tractor trailers would be 100 feet. Would be over 100 feet, actually, because that would include the cab, cab where the driver is. I don't know.
Team C says a car is about the same length as a piece of rope, which is half as long as a piece of string.
That's helpful. Why is a piece of rope half as long as a piece of string? And a piece of rope can be, I wonder what the longest piece of rope ever was. I mean, the length of a piece of rope varies too much to be relevant to this conversation. However, it's brought up another question, which is, I wonder if the Guinness Book of World Records has the world's largest, or the world's longest piece of rope.
More string and rope.
Oh, that's true. Rope. A lot of rope is string, right? All right, I got boxes in the bag. Let's not shift too much. I never really got into climbing rope. Speaking of rope, I think that would be a good skill to have, but I never really was a rope climber. I don't think my grip. I don't quite have the grip for it.
Team C says the longest continuous piece of rope ever made was a 24-mile rope produced in 1842 in Gibraltar.
24 miles. It's a long piece of rope. It's a long time ago, too. I guess people aren't really interested in beating that record, or you would think somebody would have done it by now. 24 miles. I wonder how big that.
Team C says what would be an example of how rope climbing skills would prove worthwhile.
I don't know, if you fell into a hole and your friend only had a rope, you didn't have a ladder, you just had a rope. I mean, that is a good point. I've never actually, I don't think there's ever been a moment in my life where I was in a position where I needed to be able to climb rope. But but I just remember I can picture the rope hanging from the.
Team C says my friends are stupid.
I think it would be a good physical skill.
Susaner 207 says I would not be getting out of that hole.
Good morning, Susan. No, see, I wouldn't either. But if I could climb a rope, I'd be able to. And when does a piece of string become a rope?
At Team C says good morning. At Susaner 207. At Susaner 207 says good morning, Craig. Mookie.
Oh, I have to get gas today too.
Team C says I would have them fill up the hole with water and doggy paddle and float to the top.
Oh, wow, that's a good idea.
Donaku594 says, do you think if I asked AI it would say, that's a good question?
If you asked it what? About the rope?
Team C says good morning. At Donaku594.
Oh, you know what I heard recently though? I heard that they've set up the AI, I think it's probably Chat GPT, to be
Donaku594 says yes.
to be less suck-up-ish. Is that a word? Suck-up-ish? I have noticed that too. Like, if you notice, AI doesn't come back when you ask it a question now and tell you how wonderful you are. Or maybe that's just me. But I noticed it's kind of toned down a little bit. You don't get all that fluffy, oh, that's a wonderful question. You're so smart. It's a little more direct.
Paula6448 says, good morning, everyone.
Hey.
Donaku594 says, oh no, where will I get my validation?
Yeah. That's a good point. I think you probably could tell it.
Team C says, good morning at Paula6448.
I think you could tell it to be less or more complimentary.
says I thought it was a delay technique while we thought up the answer. At Mount Payment Dash 7L says good morning y'all. I grew up during the time everyone was pushing physical exercise. Had ropes and pegboards in K classes.
Yeah. See?
At Mookie C says good morning. At Mount Payment Dash 27.
Mountain Man, Mookie. We've got all the M guys in here. Mountain Man, Mookie, Moxie Man. Yeah, I remember when there was like a rope hanging from the gymnasium ceiling, right? Like you had to, that was one of the things you did in school. I didn't like the rope thing. That's what I mean. Like I liked gym, but I wasn't a big rope climber.
At Hollis 6448 says good morning Mookie.
So our delivery status today is, we left the bakery about 15 minutes later than normal. I think we were gone by 5:30, but usually I'm out of there by 5:15. I have 3 deliveries today. They are the regulars, Lenny's first, Gourmet Girls, and then What a Day. But I have to be to What a Day by 7 o'clock. I think I'm normally there by 6:30. So being 15 minutes behind.
C says I thought the when does a string become a rope question was fantastic.
I think it's a good question.
Nice job, Craig. The answer is 6.
Oh, is that right? So 6 pieces of string become a rope. It's good to know. Good to know. But we have to be to What a Day by 7 o'clock. That's when they've ordered 3. It's close. I think I've got close to 350 donuts in the truck, in the van right now. It's a big donut day. And I guess the people who are picking up the donuts for the school orders.
C says okay. 7 then.
Will be there by 7. Should be fun. Then I have to get gas down to a quarter tank. It's a fun-filled day today here in the delivery. Oh look, it's a police car.
Payment Dash Q7L says the ropes were for city kids who didn't have to work like I did in the country during heavy and hard work every day.
Yes, but did you have to climb a rope? Like, so we were thinking about that earlier. Like, is there ever really a need to climb a rope? I've seen people climb ropes like in barns and stuff. Maybe there is. Maybe there are people that find themselves in. Look, everybody stay calm. We're next to the police here. Everybody be good. Be good. Nobody shout anything.
Team C says have you ever hit a bump or pothole so hard that all of your sprinkle fell off? At Hollis 6448 says the pegboard was hard.
The pegboard was hard. Is that a thing you climb? All right, here we are.
Q7L says no, but had to pull mules and other things with a rope. At Hollis6448 says yes, it was mounted to the wall.
Oh, okay.
At Nukim C says that officer is speeding.
He was
Citizens
speeding.
arrest.
He was speeding.
Citizens arrest. At
He was.
Q7L says yes, developers upper body strength.
It does. No, it definitely does. That's what. And I think the weak spot in that for me would be my grip. I think you got to have a pretty good grip too. All right, let me get Lenny's out of the van. Here we go. Turn you guys around. I'm not going to move the camera this way. Here we go. I've been trying to do like deadlifts, by the way, as far as grip goes. It's good for your grip. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not did I say deadlifts? I mean dead hangs. Dead something. Now, I gotta get these boxes out of the way. Lenny's is behind some of these boxes. So we gotta move the boxes. Now you're gonna say, Craig, that's a dumb way to pack the truck, the van, but there's no alternative. Here we go. Danish. Perfect. Okay, let's get the girls back in here. Okay, I'll be right back. Good morning, Charlie.
morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Gonna watch some TV?
No,
I know.
it's Craycray.
All right. Try these. All right. Have a good one. Parking lot sweeping. Hey, my God. There we go. It's good. Boom. All right. We're off to the girls. Let's go. We're not that far behind. I think we're only like 5 minutes behind now, because normally I'm leaving here around 6 o'clock. So that's good. I don't understand that stop sign. It seems silly. I've never hit a pothole so hard that the sprinkles fell off. No. I actually haven't had any. I really shouldn't say this out loud without knocking on wood somewhere, but I haven't had anything shift too badly. And you were right. That police car was speedy, because we were behind him, but we were going 50 miles an hour, and the speed limit is 40. Can they give you a ticket in a situation like that? If you're following a police car and the police, why are you braking? And the police car is speeding. Oh, I think that car almost went the wrong way on that exit ramp. Apparently that car does not know where he's going. Traffic's acting a little funky up here. What? No. Stop, everybody. Is it me, or is the traffic a little weird this morning? All right, I know you're going to say it's me. So I didn't watch the Kentucky Derby, but I heard I should have gone. I should have gone. This was. I heard it was like the horse came up from like last place and won.
He says, I bet the police officer's sprinkles have fallen off.
But is that true though?
He says things seem a bit discombobulated.
No, we're all under control. We are totally under control right now. Is it true about the Kentucky Derby? Did the horse that win actually come up from like last position? That's what I heard. That would have been kind of fun to watch. I did not watch the race. All right, we're here. I think we're good. All right. Gourmet girls. Let's see if they're in there. Door's open. Door check. Whoop.
Finish.
It was an exciting finish. The door is open. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that'll save me a little time. I'll have to wait for them. All right, let's see, where are my eclairs? It's definitely not that. It's definitely not that. So I'll take these. Good morning. How are you? I'm good. The eclairs. Is that us? It is. Excellent. Which one of these? Got to find the eclairs, guys. We got to find the eclairs. It's got to be this one down the last box. Yes, that one. Okay. Let's go like this. Do what?
Next door. Next door.
Yeah.
Next time when you come in for this door. This door, you see this door?
Oh, come in through that door.
It's okay because I only hear in the morning, no problem. But Lisa here, she may when somebody in for this door. Only this.
So I should use that door.
Yes.
Okay.
It's okay in the morning because Lisa's here.
Okay.
I'm looking for this.
Got you. Does Bob know that? Should I tell Bob about that? The other Bob, the other guy that delivers, should I tell him?
All the news.
He always used that door? Okay.
Okay, morning, because you come in all day, I hear. Okay.
It's not.
Morning, the emails.
Yeah. Should. Huh. Okay. All right. Have a good day. I'll let Bob know about the door. Lock it. Okay. Oh, man, I'm getting all kinds of instructions in there. The heck? All right, I'm done there. Yes. Let's move these around a little bit. Okay. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so she was telling me, like, as long as I've been coming here, we go in that door, right? There's a door in the back. I go in, make my delivery, I come out. There's apparently another door. I'm wondering, does that door, do I have to be there to that door? Hang on, I'm looking at something here. Check all that out. I think that the door that she wants me to go into is back there, I think. I don't know. It'll be fun next week. It'll be fun next week to see what we do when we come to the Gourmet Girls.
Team C says Golden Tempo turned on the Jets in the outside lane to take the Kentucky Derby win.
That's crazy.
Plus 6448 says I see a red door and I want to paint it black.
All their doors are sort of an off yellow color. So, was the horse that came up from the back, was it considered to be a long shot? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I heard somebody talking the other day about.
Plus 6448 says yes, it was a long shot that won.
Wow. Wow. Could have made a lot of money on that one. I heard a lady say that she had bet, not this year, a year, sometime in the past. I don't know how long ago, but she was at the Kentucky Derby. She put $100 down on the long shot. And everybody was kind of laughing at her.
Pat says I see an off yellow door and I want to paint it red so I can then paint it black. At Hollis 6448 says I wrote that before you asked. At Team C says the first time a female trainer was a part of the win.
I wondered about that. I'm like, man, Rosie must be right on it today. I wondered about that. That's funny. No, but she bet $100 on a long shot. I don't know if it was actually the Kentucky. I think it was Kentucky Derby or some big race, and the horse won, and she made, I think, $8,000 on her $100 bet. Look at the moon. I don't know if you can see it. It's straight ahead between the trees. Still up.
At Mooking C says good morning. At Cameron's Ways double hazy. At Paula
Cameron's
6448
Swayze.
says it was 40-1 but ended up at 34-1 I think.
Wow. So it's a couple weeks now until the Preakness. You know, after we talked about the Preakness the other day, I was looking up YouTube clips about it. There are plenty. There are plenty.
Samantha Goodness says good morning. Everyone smiley face.
Hey,
At Paula
Kendra, good morning.
6448 says Kendra.
Kendra. Kendra. Today's Monday, right? Today is Monday. Happy Monday. Tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. No, I probably should have said Happy Cinco de Mayo to those people.
Mooking C says good morning. At Samantha Goodness. Hellcat says may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th, that's today. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the day. May the 4th. May is just full of holidays. Mother's Day, Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th. Memorial Day.
Mooking C says John and his chat will be insufferable today.
Yes.
At Paula 6448 says did you ever figure out what all the extra raspberry filling was for?
No, it's still a mystery. That is still a mystery. I think what's actually the other mystery is not just what it's for, but why was it so urgently needed? Which I guess ties into what it's for, but like, why would you need raspberry filling? Like, we get a delivery from that place, so why did we need it so urgently? I mean, I guess it just kind of snuck up on everybody. They went to make something, and all of a sudden there wasn't enough raspberry filling.
Paula 6448 says was it connected to the King and Queen's visit to the U.S.?
Maybe. Why is that? Are the British heavily into raspberry? I don't know. Yeah, I wonder if John's going to have his Star Wars shirt on today.
Paula 6448 says our emergency rainbow cookies order.
Maybe. Maybe. Well, we have a raspberry cookie. There's a raspberry sandwich cookie. So that is one of the uses for raspberry.
Susaner 207 says maybe it was needed it for a cake or for Danish or raspberry-filled donuts.
Yeah, possible. Possible. It's true. Maybe we had a run on raspberry.
Paula 6448 says I have no idea, just seemed timing-wise to visit with their visit. At Mooking C says I refuse to put, are the British really into raspberry, into any search AI?
Well, I don't know. They could be a dish of some sort. Like maybe a raspberry biscuit with their tea. All right, I have to remember to tell Bob about the door. How many people think that John will have a Star Wars shirt on today? You think? Is he going to think about that when he's getting dressed? Who thinks he will?
Anaku594 says according to AI there is a raspberry shortage.
Are you serious? Really? See? Maybe it was difficult to find raspberry. So she threw it on the order because for pickup because she found it. It was available at that moment, so she got it. We're hoarding raspberry at the bakery.
Anaku594 says yes as of April 2026.
Wow.
Paula 6448 says I think he will. It's become a thing the past few years. I think there is a May 4th parade.
Uh-oh.
Paula 6448 says she is a smart cookie. Buy low, sell high.
That is a good thing. last year there was a spike in the price of chocolate. Chocolate got way out of control for a while. I know they were searching around for that.
Team C says, can you explain to us the difference between jelly, jam, preserves, marmalade, compote, and chutney? If not, can we have Bob fill us in?
Yeah, I'm going to have to ask.
594 says, yes, when the word gets out there will be chaos.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to refer to Bob on all of that. I mean, to me, jelly and jam is sort of the consistency, but I don't know. I don't know. That's an RFB. Refer to Bob. Well, marmalade. Is there a marmalade version of all the different fruits? Like, can you get grape marmalade? I've never heard of that. Isn't marmalade always like an orangey thing? Orange marmalade? Now, while that was coming out of my mouth, I realized I'm either sounding really smart or really stupid. One or the other. The likelihood is the latter. But no, isn't that true? Isn't
6448 says wiki jam on it.
But is it true that marmalade is only orange? Is there such thing as strawberry marmalade? I've never heard of that. So there, we can wipe out one of them with that. The process of elimination.
Some method goodness says law.
Using the process of elimination, I think we can say that marmalade is just orange related. It's sort of like the jam. It's the jam of orange marmalade. What were the other ones? So I think jelly and jam is the consistency. It's like string and rope.
Team C says marmalade is a citrus-based preserve that includes the peel, giving it a sweet, bitter flavor and chewy texture.
There you go.
Often orange, but can be lemon or other citrus.
No. Okay. All right, though, that makes sense. So now we know. I've never had lemon marmalade. It sounds good though, actually. Lemon marmalade sounds good to me. I wonder if you could put lemon marmalade with fish. I like to squeeze a lemon over my fish, but I don't squeeze an orange over my fish. So I don't know if marmalade would be appropriate.
Paula 6448 says I am not sure, but in high school we used to spread jelly on the high rope climb to make it more sticky and easier to climb.
That's a great idea.
PC said jelly, jam, preserves, compote, and chutney are the others.
There's a lot. I'm overwhelmed by the number of options. Preserves. Like what's it called when you can tomatoes? Are they preserves? You know what I mean? My brain is working a lot this morning.
Team C says you get in a lot of sticky situations. At Hollis 6448.
I like the idea of jam on the rope there because if you were like halfway up the rope and you were starting to get tired, you needed some energy, you could just lick the rope.
Hollis 6448 says this is a sweet morning conversation. Angela.co5b says good morning everyone, where are we at, what's happened?
Good morning, Angela. We're trying to figure out some jelly jam definitions, but it's been an eventful morning. We had 3 deliveries. We're on the 3rd one now.
6448 says hello Angela. At Team C says good morning. At Angela.co5b.
We had a normal delivery for Lenny's, normal delivery for Gourmet Girls. We just came from there. But What a Day has a fairly large, a normal large delivery for them. But then they also have, I don't know how many dozen, 12 or 15 dozen donuts. So like I still have about 350 donuts in the van on their way to What a Day because it's some sort of school appreciation for teachers week or something.
Says Angela. Good morning smiley face. At Team C says looks like you will have all deliveries done by 7.
Yep, we're going to be up there in time. Yeah, that was the one thing. I have to be at What a Day by 7 to get. I think the people that are picking up the boxed donuts. I'm not stopping. By the way, I'm not stopping. The people who are picking up the donuts are supposedly going to be there at 7, and I think they're for a school or schools, not one school, multiple schools. So many teachers in Carroll County will be eating donuts that are in this van right now. Later today, we spread out amongst the schools. Is it some sort of teacher appreciation day or something? If it is, Kendra, you're sort of a teacher, right? You should have a donut. Donut and an apple. I guess I should stop for this.
Paula 6448 says we also trying to figure out why Craig and his bakery friends are trying to corner the raspberry market in the eastern portion of the U.S. At Mukim C says I appreciate my teachers every day. At Consumetha Goodness says sort of.
You're a teacher. Yeah, we are trying to figure out why we needed the raspberry. Then we figured out there's a shortage. So there is a shortage on raspberry, everybody. We know that now. So if you want to be ahead of the market, get out there and buy your raspberry jelly, raspberry jam. You wouldn't have raspberry preserves because
C says, is it consummate goodness a teacher or more of a life coach?
well, she does the homeschooling. Is what I'm thinking of. And she's a life coach. And she's a YouTube creator. And that's just what we know.
All of 6448K teachers, leave them kids alone.
I like that song. Oh, you know that last, what was the short I made with the car, with the driving, where he passed us. What's the name of the song I used on that? But anyway, that short can't be seen in Russia. So, like, before you call your friends in Russia and say, "Hey, you got to check out this short," don't do it, because that one is restricted, can't be seen in Russia.
King C says, sure, at consummate the goodness is all of those things, but can she climb a rope?
Oh yeah, we were discussing rope climbing earlier. I think we determined that there really isn't any.
At consummate the goodness says, haha, I cannot climb a rope, Mookie.
No, none of us can. I think we determined that none of us could. And Mookie pointed out that another light.
Consummate the goodness says it's always Russia. Lol.
It is always Russia, right? I wouldn't want to be a YouTuber in Russia. Your backup music options would be limited.
Alice 6448 says there was definitely a technique to the rope. At consummate the goodness says anytime something of mind is restricted, that's the only place that's listed law.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh, you know what else I noticed recently? I don't know if anybody's doing a live. After I finish my live stream and I make it public, I think Mookie, you
Alex 6448 says I could climb the rope. I think we had to in order to pass Jim.
Oh yeah, there was some sort of requirement. But Mookie, you pointed this out to me a couple days ago, and it's happened to me twice now, where if I take a live stream, and it's public after I finish the live stream, it doesn't appear in the if you click on it, it shows like you haven't done it yet. Like until it's done processing, which for me is like 12 hours, 12 or 15 hours, it doesn't show you the live stream, the replay, until it's done processing. I noticed that again yesterday. And I heard some other people saying the same thing. So if you click on a live stream that hasn't completed processing, you get the screen that looks like you're still waiting for it to start. It's very odd. Where's my phone? I may not take my phone out of the
Kinsey
van
says
right
that
now.
is a new YouTube hiccup.
Yeah. Oh, is it a known thing? I wonder if they know I'm here. The car that's next to me is the guy that, I think that's the guy that owns the, owns What a Day. All right, I'm going to call him. Okay, we need gas. I'm going to have to go get gas. Hey, it's Craig. I'm out back with the bakery. Thank you. All right, he's coming. Let me go get the door. I'll get that set up before I take the camera out. It's actually not that cold out anymore.
He says ask the owner about the gloves. At home,
I'm not gonna.
it says my like the selection to switch from vertical.
He's not here yet. He hasn't opened the door yet, for crying out loud.
Consummate business says I'm off to get some things done before the boys get up.
All right.
You would have to make sure I make time to walk. 100 miles is a lot.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You got a few donuts.
Yeah, just a few.
Just a few coming today. Where would you like me to? Okay.
Front door open.
That door is open, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a big
Freedom Elementary. 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm just carrying the boxes in right now, guys. Three more. All right, so I had 12 of these boxes. This is my last three. Boxes have been delivered by 7, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to let you out, stretch your legs a little bit. Let's go this way again today. Okay. Now we got the normal delivery. Little cream puffs. Get a little sun. Sun's good for a donut. Puts a little vitamin D in there, you know what I mean? Showing off the donuts. Look at that. Nice, bright, sunny donuts. Love those fruity pebbles, right? They look good. What? Look, there's those 4 cronuts. Look at those 2 coconut mini danishes. It's a mouthful of fluffy goodness. 4 and 4. Okay. Let's throw that in there. Oh, I can't close that door. Let's pull rather than push. You don't want to have a sudden stop with these racks, you know what I mean? It's the tray slide. All right, guys, have a great day.
Thanks.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
Hey, yeah.
See ya.
That's it.
Thank you. Almost forgot my trays. Okay. Boom. Here we go. This is an ad for the, what is that? What is the CX-5? I don't recognize the symbol. It's not a car I'm familiar with. It's a CR5. Is that Toyota? Okay, everybody. Donuts are in. Deliveries are done.
C says the delivery was well done today. Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
At Hollis6448 says Mazda.
Mazda. Thank you. Yes, we are done. We got it done by 7. Everything is in. And we do need gas. We got the little light on, you know, the light that says hurry up and get gas or you're going to run out. Oh. Okay, let's go. Is there a car pulled back there? But maybe not. Maybe not. So that's the Mazda. I guess it sort of looks like an M, maybe? That's how I'm going to remember it. My mother had a Mazda 626 one time. It's a pretty good car. Truck is moving a little bit.
Hollis6448 says okay. Let's take this ship for a well-deserved sip of fuel, then take this puppy home.
That's it. That's what we got to do. Delivery missions are accomplished. I got to. Yeah, see, here's look. See the little fuel, urgent. I wonder what the gas will be today. BJ's price has not gone above $4 yet. I haven't purchased gas at BJ's for anything above. I think
Gideonet says good morning everyone. At
Janet, good
Mukim C
morning.
says when did the Datsun stop? At Mukim C says good morning. At Gideonet.
When did the Datsun stop? When did I didn't understand that question. When did the something stop? They're all the commuters on the left.
Hala6448 says good morning Gideonet. At Gideonet says hi there at Muki and at Hala. At Hala6448 says I think 80s. At Hala6448 says when did Datsun switch to Nissan?
Oh,
Gideonet says
yeah.
I haven't thought about the Datsun in years.
I had a Datsun. I had a Datsun 200SX. The Datsun 200SX. And that was probably,
PC says wasn't there a Datsun car company?
yeah, it was. That was the car changed to Nissan. You're right. I think that happened in the 80s.
Hala6448 says I saw a bunch of Datsun Z cars Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was the early 80s.
Dash27L says I'm in and out. What is the status of the decorations?
Well, oh, I'm glad you asked that because as of yesterday, the only decorations still standing, I believe, were the 2 choir people and a snowman acting as a secret service agent.
Hala6448 says 240Z, 260Z, and 280Z.
Yeah, I think the 280, I think, was a pretty sporty car. I had the 200. It wasn't really. I mean, it was a nice car, but I mean, it wasn't like a super sporty car. It was a 200 SX. I have a picture of it. I should have put that in the my video the other day. And I had that. I bought it used, but I bought it in the early 80s, like 81, 82. No, maybe 83. It was probably a couple years old. So I know they were still Datsun right around 1980, but I think in the early 80s is when it changed to Nissan. On the decorations, there were the 2 choir people, and then there's a snowman in front of the choir people, who I believe is acting as a Secret Service agent protecting them until they're taken down. And we decided yesterday, I think, that it's all got to come down. Like, we're not gonna call it done until they're down. But we are down to just a couple of things. I mean, literally, I could end the contest. I could pull the van over, walk over, and just move those 3 things into the backyard, and we'd be done. I could do it today. It would be a little awkward.
Hala6448 says I am having a heck of a time finding a Galaxy 500, but I may have a leg.
Yeah, I don't see them very often. I went through a phase where I wanted to buy one. I'm not in that phase anymore, but I did go through a phase where I think it would be really cool to have the same car I had when I started driving.
Ianet says is the Ford Pinto around anymore? Haha.
There are some Pintos. I've seen Pintos. Well, I mean, like not riding around on the street, but I think I've seen a. Holly, you've had Pintos on your car shows, right? I think.
Hala6448 says you can't interfere with the contest. It has to happen organically.
All right. Yeah, I figured that makes sense. We just have to wait. We have to wait him out. We gotta wait him out. But we're close. And I haven't even looked recently to see who is currently the winner. Oh, it's not Moxie Man. Is Moxie Man the one that is like in October?
Plus 6448 says I saw two the other day but in someone's driveway. I felt weird filming them.
Oh. Yeah, that would be kind of weird. Maybe John saw one. I've seen them online recently. Somebody was talking about them. No,
It says I wonder if it takes him this long to put the decorations up. If so, he'll have to start in July.
yeah,
Hollis 6448 says my first car was a Pinto station wagon. At Hollis 6448 says yes, they are still around.
yeah. You know, maybe I'm thinking of maybe John passed one, and we talked about it in John's stream. Now that I'm thinking about it. Well, my older brother had a Pinto. I don't remember what year.
Plus 6448 says but I see more the runabout not the station wagon.
Yeah, you do. I think you're right. That's what I see too. You see people like there's a whole group of cars that people don't really fix up so much, like Ford Fairmonts. Remember the Ford Fairmont Granada? That era. I mean, maybe is that because they were just so ugly? But they didn't feel ugly at the time. Like I remember thinking the Ford Granada, Fairmont, like when they came out, I kind of liked them. They were cars went through that boxy stage. Actually, Nissan I loved Nissan Maximas when they first came out were very boxy too.
Containment-Q7L says Pintos are as rare as Chevy Vargas. At Hollis 6448 says yes, I saw a Fairmount yesterday. At Mukim C says did it have simulated wood grain side panels? At Hollis 6448.
Some of them did. Yeah. That was fun. That was the stage. It's funny how people like things have to change. People get very bored with the same thing. Like 10 years from now, we'll be looking at the design of these cars and thinking they look weird.
6448 says I saw two Vega in one night, Mountain Man.
I saw them, right? They were on that one you did recently, right? The yellow one. There was a yellow one and then there was one next to it. And they look like, I don't know if it's because of the color, but they look like they were completely different sizes. The yellow one looked much smaller than the one that was next to it. I don't remember the color of the one. My favorite traffic light. It's going to be our future cookie distribution light.
Gideonet says my brother had a Vega. Wow, what a blast from the past. At Hollis 6448 says mine did. A yellow Pinto wagon with wood siding. At Mountainman-Q7L says I had a 7'4" friend who drove Vega Law.
Jeez. Well, first of all, 7'4"? Oh my goodness. That's insane. $7'4". You have to duck your head to get in, walk around in your house. All right, we're getting gas today.
Hollis 6448 says it was given to me. I totally rebuilt it. I was 14 or 15. At Gideonet says I'm sitting here trying to think of all the cars I've had in my life.
Yeah, I think I could probably list them out, but why did I just use my blinker? I don't use my blinker all day and then all of a sudden.
Says I think I've had 10 new cars over the span of 40 years. At Hollis 6448
Jeez.
says no, they weren't side by side, but 2 Vega 2 shows same night.
Oh, look, she's out here doing something today. Uh-oh. What's she doing? I might have to go over and investigate this. Okay, same girl. All right, everybody. We're here to get gas. I'm going to go over and talk to her. What are you doing now?
I always have to make sure the stuff is dry.
Really? Is this part of your job?
Yep,
Oh my
it's part of
God.
my job. Yeah,
Oh, like when it rains, the water can't get in there?
yep. So we have to make sure that
Oh,
everything is dry. So
it doesn't get
the
in.
one right there, this one, and
Jeez.
then this one and this one, and
You,
then the 4 that's on the side.
you have to check that every day? I have no idea what you guys do.
I know, right?
It's crazy. Oh, well, that's possible too. A little gas. Right. A little gas pump maintenance going on. Should have brought our cookie today. Nobody say anything. Nobody say anything. $3.92 is what we're paying today. $3.92. So we're still under $4, even though posted price is $4. Guys, she's going in. She's going in. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing that you know what, it's a really good thing that I got that Speedify working. Because otherwise I'd be sitting up there. Like this is where I'd have to pull up so far that I would be really pretty much over that tank right now. That wouldn't be good. Oh, you know what? My phone that's doing the voice is not connected to Speedify. I think I changed the card. They went side by side, blah, blah, blah. Lost connection with YouTube. Oh, okay. My text to speech lady lost connection. Yes. All right, let me get out of here. So I think you guys are still connected, but you can't. I can't hear you because the text to speech. See? This is where Speedify comes in very handy. All right, do you think I can do that to her without hitting her? I think I can. All right, we got gas. We're good to go. Bye. All right, let's see if she connects automatically. If not, I'll reconnect it. I'm just afraid if I press connect and she comes back. Oh, you know what I could do? Hang on. I see that you typed something, guys. Let me try something here. I'm going to try the other phone. See what happens. See, look. Craig is ashamed of us. All right, I think it's going to be working on this phone
At
now.
Gideonet says haha at Nuki.
There we go. All right. Let me catch up to what you guys have been saying. Hold on. But before we do that, do that. Come in here.
At Hala 6448 says yes. He conveniently does that gig.
Here we go.
Goes out when he is around her.
And wait a minute. You saw the whole thing, didn't you? Did you see me talking to her? Yeah, you did. Hang on. Now you're connected to my regular. Oh, this.
Gideonet says stop gaslighting is Craig.
Did you see me go over and talk to her? All right. Here we go. It looked like you did. But I don't think I could hear you. Well, I know I couldn't hear you, but I think you were typing stuff and I couldn't hear you.
Hala 6448 says yes. He conveniently does that Gideonet. Either video or audio goes out when he is around her. At Gideonet says stop gaslighting is Craig.
All right, so here's what happened. I think the video was working because the phone that I'm using to broadcast the video is connected to Speedify. So when the Starlink gets disconnected, it picks up the cellular and it works great. Normally, my other phone, which is the one I'm on now, is also connected to Speedify. And so the same thing works with the audio. This morning, I couldn't get this phone to connect at first. So I went to the backup phone, and the backup phone is not connected to Speedify. So
Hala 6448 says he gets all giddy when he is around her. At first I thought it was the gasoline vapor, but I am pretty sure at this point he has something for the gas lady.
she does everything. I hope they're paying her well because she's very good. She does everything. She basically runs that place. I gotta write a letter. I'm gonna write a letter to BJ's. Probably should find out what her name is first, but I'm gonna write a letter. Maybe somebody from BJ's. If anybody from BJ's watches this live stream, send a link to your senior management.
York gal says love and marriage, love and marriage.
York gal, good morning.
Paula6448 says that's a good way to find out her name. Tell her you want to write a nice letter.
Yeah, it should.
Paula6448 says good morning, Nigel.
I didn't notice if she was wearing a name badge. Next time I'll have to look.
York gal says morning everyone. Driving son to school running late. At Mukim C says Craig and the gas station lady he does not know the name of sitting in a tree. At Gideonet says we are all witness to a beautiful love story unfolding.
Oh, God. You know, I'm really going to work on that idea. I think, Mookie, I think you were the one that suggested that I could do a weekly summary kind of video. I like that idea a lot. I think I'm going to do that.
Paula6448 says really? How could you miss a name tag? What were you looking at?
Well, I was looking at her face.
At UTC says hope you are doing well. At Nigel333.
I was looking up. The name badge would probably be attached to her shirt.
Paula6448 says did you have a deep eye connection? New York gal says I am. I hope you are too Mookie smiley face.
Traffic out here today. I mean, we're here at normal time. Oh, there you go. All right. Quick run. Okay, so see, here's where you're going to see the snowman who is acting as the Secret Service guard against the two that are on the car behind me. He's protecting the two choir people. I know that was quick, but I do have a car behind me. So we're still waiting on those three. Snoopy's completely gone. The sleigh, all that stuff is completely gone.
Team C says all is well. At Nigel333. Hollis6448 says I like how you attach jobs to inadequate objects, like the snowman.
Well, that doesn't he look like the Secret Service? I think it came to my mind because in the video clips you see of this most recent assassination attempt, as soon as there was a commotion in that ballroom, you see a guy that jumps up
Team C
in
says
front
have you
of.
passed your favorite cow yet? The one with the limp.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't think the cow was a limp. I think the cow was like a cool walk kind of thing. You know, like I don't know how you would describe that, but sort of a cool kind of like a hip kind of walk. I think the cow was okay. I don't think it was hurt. But no, we haven't passed that cow yet.
Hollis6448 says no comment from me about the Secret Service.
Well, they jumped up on the stage.
And
They were standing there.
Hollis6448 says sway. He had sway.
He had sway. That's good. That's the word I'm looking for. But the one Secret Service agent jumped up on the stage
Team
and
C says
stood
a hitch in their step.
like that snowman. That was basically, that's why I decided he's a Secret Service agent.
Short Gal says wait what? At Hollis6448 says swag, not sway.
Police car.
Short Gal says what happened I DONR watch the news anymore.
They just had, you know, that every year they have a correspondent dinner where they just kind of tell jokes and do stuff. So the president was at that correspondent dinner, and some guy tried to get in and shoot him. Big commotion. We're gonna go. I'm doing it. That was a Red Bull truck, by the way. I felt like a bullfighter there for a second. Driving along, I got a Red Bull truck coming at me. If I had like what do they wave? What do you call that thing that they wave in front of the bull? Just a sheet? You know what I mean? The red sheet that they wave in front of the bull.
Hollis6448 says maybe the horse had a pebble in its shoe. It's very uncomfortable. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes, it is uncomfortable. That is very uncomfortable.
Team C says Craig should get a job on the Headline News Network. Is that still a thing?
Headline News Network. I don't know. It probably is.
Gal says have them check under stairs. At Mountainman-Q7L says Cape. At Hollis6448 says you're my hero NY Gal.
Cape. That's the word I was looking for. Cape. Okay. I used a cow for my thumbnail yesterday. I couldn't create the thumbnail until after it was done processing. The grass is getting high. These cows have got to eat more. They got to eat faster. The grass is growing around their legs.
York Gal says holla.
This is our cow stretch. up there closer to the road. So we got the cows here on the right a little bit. The barn. Looks like a bunch of them are walking back to the barn. We got a whole line of-
6448 says this sun thing is messing me up. I am not used to it.
See, we got all these cows. We got a lot. They're all spread out today. They're all over the place. Cows everywhere. Oh, that one's looking at us. Yeah, I see you. I see you. This is our nature section, our nature portion of the ride. Oh, you hear them? I don't know if you heard that. One of them just moved. Up here comes a car. Car's coming up behind me too. Here's another one right here. Right next to us. All right, gotta go. Over there walking. All right. We've had a couple of pretty decent days with time. Oh, the babies are up. All the babies are together. There's like 4.
CC says, are these milking cows or beef cows? At Hollis 6448 says the cow knows you probably want milk to go with your donuts.
Good idea. I'm gonna guess that they are beef cows. I don't think it's a dairy farm. I think it's a beef farm. Some of them have tags on their ears. I don't even want to know what the tags mean. I don't want to know. Nobody tell me. I can't imagine that the tag is anything good for the cow. Why do I put the blinker on at the last second? I gotta start. You guys gotta train me. I have to be consistent about my blinker.
Hollis 6448 says I ain't got no beef with them cows.
I think they're beef cows, though. I think they are.
Team C says maybe better than branding them.
Well, that's true. That's a good. It's more like an earring. It's almost like they're wearing an earring. Yeah, branding them would be kind of. That's not good. That's not right. All right, guys. Let's see.
Containment-Q7L says they keep up with them with numbers.
Oh, here comes Dave. All right, guys. It's time to shut her down. So it's a good ride. Good ride today. Excellent. Thank you all. Mission accomplished. We got our donuts delivered. And we will be back tomorrow at Smart Tuesday, right? So tomorrow.
Net says have a great day.
Tomorrow is 6 o'clock. Tomorrow's 6 o'clock. That's right.
At Mukim C says take care, everyone.
All right,
At
guys.
Hollis 6448 says take care, everyone.
Be good, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for riding along. I'll see you tomorrow.